Sempolinski won the special election to fill Tom Reed's vacancy.
But he isn't running in November, and that means he'll only be in Congress for a matter of months. Joe joining us now live to talk more about last night's victory and what he plans to accomplish in the next couple of months there on Capitol Hill. First of all, Joe, congrats on the win last night.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a little bit of a late night, but it was a big win, and it's a real honor to be chosen by the people.
Similar to the outcome in the Langworthy-Palladino race, Max Della Pia had an early lead, a big lead in some counties of that former New York 23rd District, particularly out towards the east in places like Tompkins County. You came back late surge. Was there another sort of southern tier strategy for you last night going into this campaign?
Yeah, traditionally that's what happens in this district. Tompkins County, which is by far the most liberal county in upstate New York, reports first for whatever reason. And we knew that was going to happen. That's the only county of the 11 counties in this district that I lost last night. So when that reported first, we knew that places like Steuben County, where I'm from, Allegheny County, Cattaraugus County, Chautauqua County, we knew we were going to do very well there, and we just had to wait for those results to come in. Although you'd rather be ahead at all points in the election, but we knew we were in a good position.
Now, going off of that, I think a lot of people were surprised that Max Della Pia did as well as he did. I'm curious what you think.
Yeah, one thing to bear in mind is in Tompkins County, which of course is the Democratic stronghold of the district, there was no Republican primary. There was a Democrat primary for Congress, for the new 19th district. There was a Democrat primary for state Senate. So the only thing driving Republicans out to vote in Tompkins and Tioga County, which I did win, which is the county where my opponent lived, was this special election. So those areas were in a little bit of a different dynamic than what was happening in the 6 counties where Carl and Nick were running, and the 3 counties where Tenney and Frado were running.
And of course, you and Max Della Pia were running on the old outline of New York 23, which, as you mentioned, includes Tioga and Tompkins counties. The newly redrawn 23rd District eliminates those. It has 7 of the original 11 counties without those Democrat strongholds, as you describe them in Tompkins County. And yet you're still not running for the election for the full term in November. Tell me about that decision for you to only fill this unexpired term.
Well, certainly I thought about running for the full term, and I reached the conclusion that I was somebody that everyone could rally around. On the Republican side for the special election. My nomination was unanimous. It was able to keep this race out of the primary dynamic that we were dealing with. And the 2 districts are very different. There are 5 counties that I ran in last night that are not going to be in the new district. 42% of the new district is in Erie County. None of Erie County is in the old district. So they have the same label and they do overlap in 6 counties, but they're very different dynamics. So we needed somebody that could focus 100% on the special election and doing the job of finishing this term. I was a good fit for that. And the people chose Nick Langworthy last night to be the nominee. And I'll campaign hard for him to win in November. And hopefully on January 3rd, around noon, he'll be sworn in and I'll hand him the keys to the car, so to speak.
And so you just said, you're going to put 100% of your focus on this, this seat for the next couple of months. What will that look like?
Well, the first thing we have to do is we have to get constituent service back up and running in this district. That was shut down last night. That's the way the law works. So as soon as I'm sworn in, we can rehire the staff, bring them back, and put them back on the payroll, acting to serve the people as a constituent service office. Then 3 of the 4 months that I'll be serving, the House is expected to be in session. There's going to be a lot of votes. And I think especially in the 2 months that are after the November election, that lame duck session, there's going to be a lot of votes in a very closely divided House. So we're going to focus on the legislative side of things. We're going to focus on the constituent service side of things. And this is an area that's been left behind economically. So anything I can do to set the table for economic development and job creation, we're going to do that as well.
Joe Sempolinski, the new congressman for New York's 23rd District, but only for the next couple of months. We wish you luck there on Capitol Hill, and thanks again for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks for covering the race. Thank you very much.